Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. Wife had a stroke. Found out she's cheating. TLDR, my wife had a stroke and I was all in for whatever comes next, but then I found out that she's cheating. A little over 2 weeks ago, my healthy 36-year-old wife had a very serious stroke. We've had a rocky marriage for the last 3 years, and we were slowly approaching a breakup that I think we both felt was inevitable. We couldn't go 2 days without fighting about something stupid. We never did anything together, almost never had sex. We were both just tired of it. When the stroke happened, all of that instantly became meaningless. All I could see was the woman I fell in love with, seemingly trapped in her own head, not knowing if she's suffering and not able to do anything about it. I have spent almost every waking moment by her side, doing everything I possibly could to help, to nurture her healing, to support her, to motivate her, to laugh with her, to love her. It has been the longest, most agonizing 2 weeks of my life. I wanted so badly for her to understand that I was her partner and I would be by her side no matter what, and that we had a long, happy life together ahead of us. She was discharged from the hospital to inpatient rehab a few days ago, and she's making great progress. She's still very often confused and says things that make no sense, but she's getting better every day. I had been sending almost daily group texts to our friends and family with updates, but she was starting to use her phone again and I was encouraging that, so for the past few days she was doing that, and I was happy to see that she was keeping up regular text exchanges with some people. I happened to notice that anytime I saw her phone, she was texting the same guy, who I've never met, a guy from work who she's known for about 4 months and has mentioned a few times in the past. Last night, she had fallen asleep with her phone in the bed, and I was sitting my nightly vigil next to her. She received a text from him and it showed up as a notification on her screen. It was right there and I had read it before even realizing it. It was something along the lines of "You're the strongest woman I've ever known." I thought that was a strange thing to say to a work friend that you've only known casually for 4 months. I couldn't help but open it up and see what they've been talking about so much over the past few days. I only got as far as her last message talking about how attractive he is and how much she wants him. I couldn't believe it. As I sat there reeling over this, she woke up and had to use the bathroom. Like I have countless times over the past 2 weeks, I helped her to the bathroom, sat her down, closed the door over and waited outside. When she was done, I helped her back to bed. She could sense that something was wrong. I said, "Whatever the duck is going on between you and this guy ends now, or I'm going to walk out the door and not come back." She said, "Okay." I asked what that meant. She said, "It's done. I won't talk to him again. He already said he doesn't want anything anyway." I said, "Duck you," and I left. What do I do now? Florida. Married 3 years. No kids. We have decent health insurance, but there will still be massive medical bills associated with her incident, and long-term care of some kind as well. She is probably not mentally competent right now, but she probably will be soon. Well, I'm pretty sure our sub has found its new king. Duck, man, I'm sorry to read all of this. In my experience, infidelity does change how you feel about your so significant other. Especially if they are the one pursuing the AP, affair partner. I was able to work past the first cheating episode because I didn't feel her and her AP were emotionally attached and she had already ended things before I found out. We were doing fine for years after that, but inevitably it happened again and it was a full-blown affair this time. I divorced her earlier this year. We always had a great sex life the entire 17 years that we were together, married 14, so sex isn't really a factor. Cheaters cheat and that's that. Don't try to figure it out. It will never make sense. They will try to justify it by blaming you, but understand it's not your fault. You guys had a fight about it, but that doesn't have to be the end. Are you getting what you want out of the relationship? Can you hang in there and support her while she recovers even if it's not in a so capacity? It sounds like you're in a very difficult spot. As far as the medical bills go, I don't think you have any liability there, but r/legal advice might have a good answer for that. Hang in there and stick to your guns whichever path you take. Edit. Another thing you might want to look into is personality changes when there are tumors and other blood flow issues in the brain. It's possible that you have been and will be dealing with a different personality. I wish I'd seen your comment 9 years ago. Reconciled after the first affair and, sure enough, 9 years later, here we are again. Divorce is signed and filed and complete in less than 60 days. The APs change, but the cheater remains the same. Sorry to hear that. The disappointment was really hard on me for a while. Hopefully we can help others to avoid the same experience. It's funny that you mention a different personality. The person that has emerged out of the stroke has been the happy, goofy, youthful, fun-loving girl I fell in love with 5 years ago, not the temperamental, moody, bitter, angry woman she became over the years. It may sound strange, but we've actually had some great times during her hospital stay and rehab. Makes it harder to walk away. Gee, I wonder why she's on her best behavior. It seems very genuine though, almost childlike. I believe that she's just living in the moment, and not currently capable of any kind of manipulation. Maybe I'm just a sucker. If so, I can walk away from this without shedding a tear, just as I was ready to before the stroke. She cheated on you. Stop making excuses because you want her to be a person she's not. Sure, forgive her, then when it happens again, which it will, most likely once you helped her get better, you can complain here again. Not trying to be mean, but cheaters are cheaters. She is playing the part of the girl you want. She is playing the part of the girl you keep saying is back. Have you ever been in deep shit with your wife? Do you remember how you might try and lower your voice, supplicate more, almost like a child? And she is living in the moment. She was texting her affair partner from the hospital bed. If there's something more in the moment than texting your AP from a hospital bed in front of your husband, then I don't know what it is. I'm sorry this has happened. With the stroke, it is going to be easy to allow her to blame everything on it and then try again. I don't know whether or not you should, but I do know that she didn't change her mind about her lover after that stroke. Give her a chance if you want, but don't be surprised if it continues with him or another affair partner in the future. I'm having a raised eyebrow moment about not being capable of manipulation. She told you it was already over with this guy, but the last text was showing the complete opposite. Also, she was still managing to keep it a secret from you. I was expecting a and she has no filter because of her stroke, so she blurted it out by accident, sort of revelation. She is 100% still capable of manipulation. Go now, man, before you get any deeper. If she hadn't had the stroke and you found out, would you stick around? Pursuing the AP, afraid partner. I was able to work past the first cheating episode because I didn't feel her and her AP were emotionally attached, and she had already ended things before I found out. We were doing fine for years after that, but inevitably it happened again, and it was a full-blown affair this time. I divorced her earlier this year. We always had a great sex life the entire 17 years that we were together, married 14, so sex isn't really a factor. Cheaters cheat and that's that. Don't try to figure it out. It will never make sense. They will try to justify it by blaming you, but understand it's not your fault. You guys had a fight about it, but that doesn't have to be the end. Are you getting what you want out of a relationship? Can you hang in there and support her while she recovers even if it's not in a so capacity? It sounds like you're in a very difficult spot. As far as the medical bills go, I don't think you have any liability there, but r/legal advice might have a good answer for that. Hang in there and stick to your guns whichever path you take. This. No problem, he doesn't want me. Wow, that made my heart sink. So sorry op. Duck her. You deserve better. I'm sorry to hear your story, but it helps a little to know I'm not the only poor bastard this has happened to. Good luck, brother. What sucks is you remembered the good times and went to help her. She on the other hand continued the EA. She is only telling you what she thinks you want to hear. Let the AP wipe her a hash. Better censor those bad words. Are we sure it was only an EA? It's never only an EA. Rarely is unless you catch it early. Promise given time always goes physical. I don't get it, rocky marriage for the last 3 years, but you've only been married 3 years. He already said he doesn't want anything anyway. That's not exactly an apology to you or a promise that she will end things and never cheat again, or will discuss with you what lead her to stray, or anything. It's just her passively stating that he has no further interest. The guy apparently made the move to end it. She's not trustworthy. The fact that she's in rehab right now only serves to complicate your emotions and maybe give you pangs of guilt for getting out, but forget that, she's a cheater now and forever. Yes, the entire marriage has been rocky. We were together for 2 amazing years before getting married, and everything changed when we tied the knot. This is simple, suffering from mental and physical incapacity, and despite your devotion she instantly re-immersed herself in the AP. Clearly he means a lot to her if she took the conversation to your marital bed. And the fact that she wasn't instantly regretful or apologizing or contrite means that one of the things that wasn't damaged by the stroke is her sense of self-centered entitlement. It's over. Let her lifetime of disability be a burden to someone she truly cares about and you move on to better things. Just to clarify, she is still in inpatient rehab, so she didn't bring anything into our bed, that I know of. That fact doesn't change your argument, or that I'm afraid you're probably right. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.